So, good morning, everyone, and welcome to our meditation time together. And I'd like to offer you a little exercise today. And it's not meant to have you be busy, but actually help you maybe become quieter and attentive, tranquil and alert. And as you know, a big part of mindfulness practice is being mindful of the present moment. And the question is, how long is the present moment? And I'd like to propose that, independent of any logic that you might use or other things, that the present moment certainly can be seen as in an instant. It could also be seen as some little span of time, maybe a second. There's a sense of, as we are present, mindful of now, of this moment, there is a sense of some continuity of the moment, some fullness of the moment, some span of the moment. And it's not exact, it's not, in different contexts, that span might be different. But it's partly this, like the span of it is related to the knowing that is aware that this is the present moment. It's kind of like the timeless moment that's there for a little while as we're here, as we're present, but then mind wanders off. Or maybe it doesn't feel like a timeless moment, but it feels like it's as we say, what's happening now? And there's a little kind of pause or little opening, that little amount of time to take in now. And so the question is, how long is your present moment? How long is the now for you? And it'll come and go. It'll be there for as long as it is. And something will happen, and you reset it. You find it again, and you find it again. And there might be even a sense that you're in a river of time, and that you're kind of somehow maybe you're in the current of it for a while, and in an eddy or in a current of it for a while, then maybe you've gotten stuck on a branch sticking out from the shore of the river, and then you're back in the current. But the current, how long is that current of the present moment for you? And if you're interested in this exercise, maybe you can try to do it in such a way that the mind becomes quieter, stiller, tranquil, and alert. Maybe because the mind that's tranquil and alert, it's not trying to think about this, is the one that reveals the richest feeling, the richest sense of this moment now. So to take a alert posture, and gently close your eyes. And to take a few long, slow, deep breaths. Relaxing as you exhale. Maybe extending the exhale a bit to allow for a deeper relaxation. and letting your breathing return to normal. And then see if for a few moments you can give yourself over to relax further. Maybe each time you exhale, relaxing the muscles of the face. Those muscles can fall away from the skull. Maybe held in place by the skin. No work on your part to keep your face together. Softening around the eyes, the forehead. Relaxing the shoulders. Maybe relaxing down the arm and into the hands. Allows the shoulders to relax further. Softening in the belly. Deep relaxation. The belly, the torso. To relax the body is to begin to abide peacefully here and now. Breathing in and exhaling, relaxing the thinking mind. Letting the thinking mind become quieter. Maybe thinking is slower. Maybe thinking has pauses between the sentences or images. And then to center yourself on the body breathing. Noticing where on your body is it easiest to experience the rhythm of breathing in and breathing out. Or where in the body is it most pleasant to feel the body's experience of breathing. And if you're aware of breathing in the present moment, how long is that present moment? How long are you in the knowing of the present moment? Is it brief touching in? Is it somehow extended through time, through a timeless time? And how long is the present moment if you're relaxed, at ease with it? A leisurely present moment, being with your breathing. To be mindful, aware, attuned to this present moment. Is an attunement to the present moment that's independent of past and future, independent of time, just now, paradoxically for the duration that your mind can rest in this moment. And within this present moment, for however long it extends for you personally, there is change. The breathing, the body experience of breathing changes. Like a current in a river, always in the present. Or like standing on a bridge over a river and looking down in the timeless present. The current keeps flowing. Relaxing into the present moment is to relax into the current of change. Perhaps experienced most easy in the changing sensations of breathing through the inhale and the exhale. Relaxing and settling into this present moment. Maybe near this, after sitting for these minutes, maybe there's a better sense of an extended present moment. Not something we search for, but something something within which we rest, trust the gentle current, flow, river of the present moment. However long it lasts. And then again, and again. And as the sense of the present time becomes more extended and relaxed and open, we have the greater capacity to know, to sense, to feel others and our connection to others, our response. And may our ability to be present for others, be present for ourselves, in an open, extended way, no hurry. May it be a time for respect and care and a deeper attentiveness to the full humanity of all of us. And may this deeper connection be the wellspring of our care for the world, a care which is simultaneously a caring for what's best in ourselves. May all beings be happy. May all beings be safe. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings be free. And may our ability to pay attention, support us in making this a better world. Thank you. So this week I'm taking the time to talk about the 5 descriptions of the Dharma in the famous expression, the Dharma is well spoken by the Buddha. It is visible here and now. It is immediate. It invites us to see. It is onward leading and to be known by the wise. And so today, this idea that it's immediate, the Pali word is akaliko, A-K long A, L-I-K-O or A. And it's, the etymology of it is not in time, not of time. And so some people will translate it as timeless, but that suggests something that's a wonderful experience if we leave it just as an experience of being in a timeless moment. But sometimes when the word timeless is used, it goes along with some idea that there's a transcendent place that's very far removed from this world here, kind of a transcendent consciousness or something. And at least that's how I hear some people talk about it. Probably a little bit more literal meaning is, rather than timeless, is not of time, in the sense of being immediate. And when the Buddha when Buddha kind of describes what he means by akaliko, this not of time, he refers to it as the ability to be with the present moment as it's changing, as it flows, as it arises and passes. And this ability to really be in the present, not in the static present, but the dynamic present. That's how it's immediate. So that's how it's not of time, because the immediate flow in the moment takes a little more different, more complicated or activity of the mind to have a sense of the past and the future and to bring it into the present, but the present by itself. And so the Dhamma is akaliko. The Dhamma is not of time, because change, the seeing of change, is immediate. It's a part of the immediacy of attention here and now. And of course you can argue that, well, whenever there's change, there has to be some sense of time. But if you say immediacy in the immediate present, really there, then there is the sense of watching flowing with the changing nature of time. But what I find even more interesting about this, akaliko, this immediacy, the immediacy of now, the present moment, is that the human sense of how long the present moment is variable. I would say that for myself, if I'm playing ping pong, the present moment is quite short. But if I'm laying on the lawn in the park on a nice day, looking up at the sky at the drifting of the clouds going by, the present moment kind of has a feeling of being more extended, more relaxed than the rapidity of the present moment in ping pong. And so there's it's somewhat subjective, this experience of what is the present moment, how long is it? How long is it extended? William James, the American philosopher, called the present, referred to the saddleback of the present moment. rather than being like that, it lasts briefly for a kind of a saddleback. Maybe, I don't know, it comes and then it goes, like the bottom of a wave, maybe a trough. And so, does it extend up the sides of the trough for any period of time, or is it just the very bottom of the trough? And I think his idea is it extends somewhere in some indeterminate way up the edges of the saddle, and something like that. So, but again, what I find most interesting is that how we live our life, it can be seen in relationship to our sense of how long this present moment is. That when there's greed, when there's fear, anxiety, panic, when there's hatred, these are emotions that want something to happen right now, or afraid of something that's going to happen now. And so sometimes there's a quickening of the mind, quickening sense of time, quickening a reactivity. And the faster the reactivity, it's kind of like ping pong. It's the faster the reactivity, the impulsive reactivity, the shorter the moment is. And when there's a very short moment, with that very, like rapidity of things, we might not even be aware of time or the timeless present. We might not be aware of what's really going on. More importantly, though, I think, is that as that sense of time becomes a little more extended and more leisurely, there's more space for the moment to be there. And so the present moment, the trough of the wave becomes wider. Then there's more opportunity for some of the deeper reactivity responses, emotions that we have, that don't come from reactivity, but come from some deeper wellspring within to operate. And I think so. In my sense, kind of not to make an absolute case for this, but generally, things like greed and hatred, anxiety, are kind of needed for human beings in order to be able to respond quickly to threats, to what's going on, that have to be immediately taken care of. And maybe that's one of the reasons why these emotions began for human beings evolutionarily. But when they're chronic in us and always there, it kind of leads to kind of stress and kind of a rapidity and a fast mind and a spinning mind. And probably a kind of tendency to create a lot of cortisol, maybe even adrenaline, stress in the body, stress systems in the body, stress hormones. And those limit our capacity to feel the emotions, the attitudes that have more to do with being relaxed, being at ease, maybe have more to do with oxytocin or serotonin or different kind of hormones and chemicals in us that require maybe a different kind of relaxation and ease to come forth. And so qualities like generosity and love and kindness and friendliness, these feelings belong to the world of extended time, where there isn't the rapidity. And it's kind of like, again, if you're, really maybe caring for someone who maybe is distressed or hurt, or maybe a child who's hurt, that and maybe the child's not hurt that badly, but is upset, then the parent or the adult who's there, maybe the person who's there, is just there in an extended way, caring, giving lots of time and space, not kind of like, tapping their finger and saying, get over it, and yes, I care for you, and stop it because we have important things to do. It's like, okay, now we're here. Someone who's dying and we're accompanying them in their death. We're just there. and hopefully peaceful, at ease, extended sense of time. Or when I've been with people who are dying, the present moment seemed very extended, like timeless present. Everything had stopped. I'm just there. And I'm tapping into something, or what's arising inside of me is very different than if I'm driving my car in a crowded freeway and late for something and it's smoggy and trying to find my quickest way that I need to get to where I'm going. That tends to elicit all kinds of other emotions, feelings than care and love and generosity. So this idea of the akaliko, the immediacy of now in this practice, the Dhamma is immediate. It's now, but in this extended now, in this more available and present, relaxed time. And I don't know if it's okay to say a leisurely present moment. And not because we are kind of basking in luxury with the leisurely present moment, but rather the relaxed and open here and now with this allows for some deeper well springs of our life to appear that cannot appear if we're in the rapidity of greed, hate, and delusion, the wanting, the monkey mind that's reaching for the next branch before it has, as soon as it grabs one branch, it's reaching for the next branch. If our mind is that way, always reaching, going, it doesn't give a lot of room for some of the most valuable parts of who we are. And the valuable parts that don't seem to have any obvious monetary value or obvious status value or obvious value in getting what we want, maybe from life. But this deeper place that has lots of time for time, where we have a lot of time for the immediacy of now, for this moment. And this moment just seems to be to extend, and maybe even extend and become longer and longer. And how long can it last, this timeless now, for you? So the Dhamma, the Dharma, is immediate. It doesn't belong to time. And how long can you rest in this timeless moment? And can you extend it? And what are the benefits of that for you? And so I would suggest that this would be a great day for you to experiment with this. Take time to do this. Take time. Maybe even put a timer on your if you have a clock you can time. Maybe once an hour or randomly or something. Through the day, experiment with giving more time, making room, a pause, to see if you can then experience the extended present moment. If you're playing ping pong, stop playing, or the equivalent, stop doing it. And sit down and let there be an extended pause, maybe as you have a cup of tea or something. And see what's available to you that's different than in the rapidity of some of the things that we're doing. What happens? What shifts in you? What comes? So the Dhamma is akaliko, is immediate, is now, is not of time. So thank you. And we'll continue this tomorrow.